Okay, folks, time to look at the Horseman animated trailer. Just going to take a brief look here. You can see that there's 4 covers for the books. I picked cover B as mine, and cover D is going to be the one that I scrapped for scans. But in any case, the animated trailer, yeah, as you would expect, it leaves much to be desired. Let's go and take a look. First, you've got a scene with a mob boss who's complaining, and there's a couple of babes in the background. And the one thing that I noticed right away is that the only thing moving in this scene is the water, even though the mob boss is actually talking. Now, generally, when you're talking, your body is making some sort of movement, but not in this case, not in Rippaverse animation. And let's look at those great lip movements for what's he want. What's he want? Notice how his lips never get any closer together than this? How does he manage to make a W sound without actually bringing his lips together? It's amazing. Rippaverse animation is the best. So now we go to a warehouse where the horseman shoots the glass at the top of the warehouse and then lands safely on his feet. How many feet below? Let's take a look at this warehouse again. There's a truck out front that we'll use for reference. I'm going to say that's about 10 feet tall, maybe. So that means this warehouse is generously 35 feet tall. And then the horseman himself probably weighs about 250 pounds if you count a 200-pound guy with 50 pounds of gear. And that means he's going to hit the floor with over 4 tons of force. Yeah, his legs are basically liquid at this point. There's no way you survive that kind of fall. I love it when comic books who advertise heroes without superpowers suddenly have them doing these amazingly superpowered things. Now, I know what you're going to say. Hey, come on, Mike, doesn't Batman do this all the time? Yes, Batman does it all the time, but Batman, A, has a cape that can at least provide some air resistance, and B, has a suit capable of re-entry from space. So I'm gonna just suggest there might be a little bit of extra leg support in there. But what does Dollar Store Batman have? Life insurance, I hope. So Dollar Store Batman confronts these Dollar Store hoods, and a couple of them are actually pretty well armed. One of them's got a shotgun, one of them's got a semi-automatic rifle, and the one with the shotgun decides he's going to go first for some reason, and he gets his clock cleaned. And then the guy with the semi-automatic rifle just decides to bail out and run for a car. What? You're the best armed guy in the game, bro. Why aren't you on the front line shooting at the horseman? That's just ridiculous. Of course, it doesn't save the guy who ends up getting killed anybody, but it's enough to just make you lose your crap. Like the mob boss does when he says, "They're getting away with my money," where money is a one-syllable word according to the mouth movements of Rippaverse animation. I'm telling you, this is the best stuff ever. How did we ever go without Rippaverse animation? So he's complaining at this couple here, who again are completely static. There's no motion being shown here whatsoever. And right as they're about to talk, the screen fades out so that they don't have to animate their mouths moving as they say, "We got this, Tuna. Just let us do what we do." Which is what exactly? Is it binge drinking? Is it arranging your beard into curtains? Are you hiding drumsticks in there? Yeah, the Horseman is shaping up to be exactly the kind of crap fest you would expect from Rippaverse. This is shaping up to be a dead-brained comic. I never read The Punisher much, but the Horseman doesn't seem to be the kind of thing that's going to trip my trigger either. So we'll see. I mean, I do have a preview of it now that my Rippazine #2 actually arrived. I was just flabbergasted to receive a package from Rippaverse in the mail. I had completely forgotten I had ordered anything other than Horseman. That's how forgettable this company is getting. I opened it up. It was like, oh yeah, I did pay for this, didn't I? So maybe I'll get to see what it is that all the shouting is about in the few pages of preview that Rippazine #2 gives me of Horseman. But I'm not particularly hopeful. Oh, and by the way, I never did I never did give it a preliminary estimate of what I thought Horseman would do, and it kind of feels kind of bogus to even say it now. But I figured Horseman would probably do about 500,000. 500,000 is what I'm thinking, and we'll see how it goes. I know after 2 days it's about 425,000, so I feel like this is not going to be me being Nostradamus or anything if I turn out to be right. But yeah, I always figured Horseman would probably make about 500,000, because it is a little bit more. What would you say? It's got a little bit more rapport with those Chuck Dixon fans who would like to have seen him do more Punisher work. And so I expect that it's going to attract some of those in addition to the people who are just going to be collecting, whatever they can of Rippaverse. So, say about 200,000 on top of the actual Rippaverse fans, and yeah, it'd be about 500,000. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Could wind up creeping over the course of the campaign, but like I said, I mean, this is a real late prediction, and the campaign's already started, so this isn't me really trying to be an oracle or anything. So anyway, I'm gonna cut the video short here. I'm Mike Partika. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, so you can get my review of the Horseman preview if it's worth a review. I'm almost definitely going to do a review of the Saoirse story that's in Ripazine #2, and we'll see where it goes from there. Thanks again. I'm Mike Partika. Please do subscribe,